Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video announcements. You can call this the holiday edition, I guess. We do have lots of holidays coming up, and I want to let you know everything that we're doing for those holidays. First of all, if you are in the middle of Hanukkah, I want to just wish you a happy Hanukkah. That is, I know that's happening right now, and I hope you're finding joy in kindling those lights each night. I know many of you were with us on Sunday for our winter solstice story service that our children put on. It was such a joyful day, and the kids did such a great job. So lots of gratitude to our children and youth and to Sadie for putting that all together. So good to be with one another for the solstice. And there'll be another chance to be with one another for the solstice tomorrow on the actual winter solstice, December 21st from 6 to 6:30 p.m. on Zoom. It is an online service led by some of our worship associates, a contemplative solstice service. There'll be some readings, some time for journaling, some music, and they would love to have you join them. Again, that's 6 to 6:30 p.m. tomorrow on December 21st on Zoom, and I will put the Zoom link in the comments for that. And of course, on Saturday, it's Christmas Eve. That is our big celebratory service. We have two services, actually, at 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. The 5 o'clock we call our family service. It's an interactive retelling of the nativity story. The 7 o'clock is a kind of modern lessons and carols with modern readings, with some biblical readings, but also modern readings and lots of carols. Both services will feature our Christmas Eve choir. And they have been practicing and they sound great, so I'm looking forward to that. Both will have lots of singing for you, and both will end with our candle lighting and singing Dona Nobis Pacem and Silent Night. So that's Christmas Eve, 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Both services will be available both in person and on Zoom on our regular Sunday morning Zoom link. And I really hope to see you there. We will be having a fellowship time in between the services, and we are still looking for a little bit of help for that and for the 7 o'clock service. We're looking for some help, a couple more people to help clean up after fellowship time. That would be probably during the 7 o'clock service. So if you're going to the 5, but you're going to stick around all evening, maybe you can help clean up a little bit. And then we are looking for a couple more greeters for the 7 p.m. service as well. So if you're able to help in one of those ways, we would greatly appreciate it. I will put the link in the comments to where you can sign up to help out. And we'd be really grateful for your help. And thanks to everyone who already signed up to help out with that. On Christmas Day, it is a Sunday, so we will be having a service. It is going to be very casual. It's led by a couple of our worship associates, and they will be leading folks in a cozy and casual Christmas morning time together in the parish house, in the dining room and the fellowship room. And they would love to have you join them if you are around on Christmas morning and looking for somewhere to be. UU Nashua might be the place to be for you. So that's at our normal time, 10 a.m. It is only an in-person service. There is no Zoom option for that day. So you are welcome to join in person. And the next Sunday is New Year's Day, January 1st, and we again have a couple worship associates hosting the service, and they are doing a poetry service, which we have done in the past. They would love you to come and read a poem as part of the service. If you are interested in doing that, you can email Carl Phillips. You can find his info in the newsletter or on Breeze. So email Carl by December 31st, the morning of December 31st, if you want to share a poem in that service. They would love to have you do that. And that service will be back to streaming on Zoom, so it'll be both in person and on Zoom. Both options will be available. So that is New Year's Day. We are looking for greeters and fellowship hosts for January. I'll put the link in the comments where you can sign up for that. We're really grateful for your help to welcome folks into our Sunday mornings, and we have figured out that if everyone took one Sunday a year being a fellowship host and one Sunday a year being a greeter, we would easily have all the Sundays covered. So I invite you to consider that as we go into the new year, and maybe sign up for a time in January. In January, we also have a group art show happening in our fellowship gallery, and Ellen Fisher is organizing that. You can email her gallery@uunashua.org if you would like to be if you have a piece that you would like to be a part of that group show. She would love to hear from you. And finally, just like a little sneak peek into what's happening in January, our Racial Justice Working Group is meeting January 3rd at 7:30 p.m. on Zoom. That group meets about quarterly to get updates on the racial justice work that's been happening in the congregation. A lot of it's done by subcommittees, and to talk about what we're going to do in the winter and spring. We're also going to be looking at an anti-racism audit, rubric audit that we're hoping to use to consider our work at UU Nashua. So we would love to see you at that meeting. It is not a closed group, it's an open group, open to anyone who's interested in working for racial justice in our congregation and community. So again, that's January 3rd at 7:30 p.m. And stay tuned for the Zoom link for that. That's what I've got. There will be no video announcements next week, and next week the staff is off. The office is closed. You can reach me for emergencies or anything urgent, but we're giving our staff the week to be with their families. So there will be no video announcements, and there will also be no newsletter next week. But that will all be back first week of January for the new year. In the meantime, I hope to see you at one of our holiday services, and I wish you a happy Hanukkah, happy solstice, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and look forward to celebrating with you in the next couple weeks.